a very difficult day, more so here than in any of the other communities that I have the opportunity to be in. The same is true for Steve and Catherine, because this is all about town. And when we look at a list of names of people that we've lost, these are the people that I look at the name Sean O'Neill. I knew Sean. He was mom and dad, Jim Boys and me, right next to him, right outside. And when we see Chris Miller, who's on the championship football team in 1993, and we know Doug. We remember him as a bright young man in this community. He's a real people to us. It's hard to understand that some morning they woke up, those that were here at Ryan went to that train station and got on a train to go into the city. It's hard to accept that that type of mortality could happen and could happen in an instant. It makes us appreciate all the more friends that are with us here tonight. And if we can remember anything from this moment, it's that we found a way in the aftermath of 9/11 to not let those barriers that we have between us, the differences in philosophy and differences in demographics, keep us apart from each other the way it does now. That we understood that when they took those planes into the World Trade Center, they took that plane into the Pentagon, we weren't killing white Americans, black Americans, or Asian Americans, or gay Americans, or Catholic Americans, or Jewish Americans. We're killing Americans. They didn't care what the demographics were of the people that they tried to destroy them. And in that tragedy became our unity in the days that came afterwards. And every year we get together, we try to remind ourselves of the tragedy, we try to give some aid and comfort to the friends who still remain. And now we have additional people that we lose through 9/11 related illnesses. We have a monument at the county in Pensacola Dam Plaza. We had 8 names today of people who worked on the pile and contracted diseases, died before their time. People who died not on 9/11, but died at age 55. They should have been able to live to age 70. For those of us who were able to live a number of years, we've had the good fortune of seeing our children graduate high school, get married, have children. So my friend Beth Griffin, her husband, in church on Sunday, we were young people together on the council, and now we talked about our grandkids. That was denied these people in this nation. So we come together in order to remember them and then to recognize the sacrifice that happened to them on that day, whether they were civilians who were just going to work, or worked at Cantor Fitzgerald or Aon, or wherever they were, they died that day, or they were first responders on that day that responded to a building on fire and did what they were professionally trained to do, or they were the volunteer people who went down in the pile and worked diligently to put it back together again, and in so doing exposed themselves to dangerous diseases. Whatever those things were, they made a sacrifice for us. And we're here to make sure that they know